What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing a challenge that I don't think I've done before on my channel. It is the minimum fuel challenge. Basically, I put out a tweet earlier today asking what kind of stupid challenges I should do on the F1 game. One of you guys said that I should do this challenge, so here we are. This is PC. Haven't done a PC open lobby in the longest time, but I'm feeling that I'm going to be doing a lot of PC open lobbies and PS4 open lobbies, quite simply because I don't have my Xbox wheel as of yet. But let's get into this challenge. We have set the absolute bare minimum worth of fuel, and we're going to go out and see if we can A, finish this race, or B, dare I say, try and win it. But away we go for this race. It looks like it's a bit of a hairy start. A few of those guys really struggling off the line there. We managed to find our way into P6. You can see we're down by 3 laps worth of fuel. So we only put like 14 laps worth of fuel in this car. And over the course of a 25% race, only 17 laps in this race, we have to do a lot, and I mean a lot, of fuel saving. Thankfully, we do have the third sector in Spain to really help us. It's a very, very technical part of the circuit, and I think it'll allow us for a lot of short shifting, maybe a bit of lifting and coasting, saving of the battery as well, but a lot of this race is going to be spent in lean revs, and that's going to really harm my pace. So this is where the challenge aspect comes into it, but initially you can see I'm running in rich revs and really just making my fuel situation worse. So we'll see how we go. I want to get some track position. I want to get off to a good start and kind of stay in the slipstream of a fast car, and hopefully they can drag me along in this race and I can, dare I say it, go for the win or even a podium. We'll have to wait and see, but we're trying to make a move here on this Renault. Looks like he's in an esports team, FAP. I've seen a few of these guys around on Twitter and in this lobby, and they look like they're pretty pacey, but we feel like we have a bit more pace in them. Let's go around the outside on the start finish straight here. Overtake mode is engaged, but we can't stay in rich revs for too long. We go into turn 1. And we have been put in the wall. Oh my god, 5-second time penalty for that. Are you joking? Are you joking me, game? I'm not too sure about that. We'll have to get a replay up on screen. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was at fault here, but as we get a replay, I think maybe I gave him too much of a squeeze there. And it was just only the lightest of touches as well that sent me spinning, and that was very, very unfortunate. We were challenging for P4, P5 in that race, and now we have it all to do. We've lost a lot of time, and dare I say it, maybe the race win is out the window now with all that time lost. But thankfully, we still have our car intact. We're not out of the race, so at least we've got that up our sleeve. There's a lot of cars right in front of us as well, so there's a lot of potential for us to move forward. We just need to hope like hell that there's a safety car, or B, more crashes to come in this race. I think if you do get a safety car, I think you're pretty much guaranteed with some crashes, but we'll have to wait and see. I feel like, oh my goodness, what was that AI car doing? I'm not too sure. If there is a safety car, I feel like that almost defeats the purpose of a minimum fuel challenge video, because we'd be able to save all of the fuel, and dare I say it, maybe even get into the green with just one safety car period. So that could completely get us out of jail here, but I mean, how often do you see a safety car come out on this game? Meanwhile, we had a Force India literally spin itself out. I know what happened. It was definitely netcode, but still, it was interesting to see that it kind of spun itself out there from what it looked like on my screen. I've actually noticed more lag on the F1 game since moving to the UK. I don't know what the deal is, but aliens still seem to follow me no matter what part of the globe I'm on, which is very interesting. We've got, oh my god, it's Joe in this lobby. Xbox AOR Split 1 driver. Former rival from my old league racing days on F1 2016. The OGs might remember him. So we might be coming into contact with him at some point in this race. But however, we did get a 5-second stop-go penalty for making contact and taking ourselves out of the race earlier on in the Grand Prix, so we'll be serving that now. Unfortunately, this is really going to take us even further out of the action, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's the Codemasters penalty system. We'll be going on to the soft compound tyres, running these to the end of the race. I'm really not going to be used to saying that those are the medium tyres on F1 2019. Why did they have to change the tyre compounds? I don't know. I don't know why. They should have left it how it was. But anyway, it'll make it more simple to understand in the long run. We got the inside of, oh my god, it's Joe. He's in AI mode, and as we look behind, he is magically not in AI mode anymore. Interesting. We cut to the next lap. You can see Joe is on the back of us. I think he's trying to make a guest appearance in this video. I will say no more than that, but it was interesting that even in lean revs, he made no efforts to overtake us there on the straights. So it looks like he'll be gearing up for a bit of a race with us, so I decided to take advantage of that, knowing that Joe wasn't going to overtake me. But as I say that, Joe goes and overtakes me on the next lap, so that is that theory out the window. Maybe he can pull me along now, I can get DRS and kind of get dragged towards the front guys, but we're getting there now in terms of fuel. We've been in lean revs for the most part all race. Sometimes dipping it into standard revs if I want to up the pace a little bit on the start-finish straight. But otherwise, I've just been in heavy fuel conservation mode, using higher gears, trying to short shift where possible in the third sector, absolutely using lean revs all throughout the middle and third sector. Sometimes, like I said, using standard on the straight. We're getting to the point now where we're almost going to go green on fuel, and I think that's going to happen right about now.
You've been awarded a time penalty.
And as we do that, 3-second time penalty, so thank you very much for that. I noticed that the game was very strict on the old track limits here today. AI mode is engaged for Joe. We're going to dive up the inside there into turn number 4 and get that job done. So that's P8 for us. We're steadily making some improvements. A lot of guys in AI mode for some reason. Don't know why. We get held up badly there by James, Valtteri Bottas' engineer, and it's still P8. Yeah, so like I was going to say, the game was very, very strict on the old track limits. Obviously some discrepancies there between PC and Xbox, but I guess it's the same for everybody. You can see we're going green to this sector. We've now got positive fuel for the first time in this race, and now we're able to flex the muscles and show what kind of pace we've got in this car. But now it is going to be quite the battle, quite the sweaty battle between myself and Joe. He goes up the inside into turn 1 and gives us the big squeeze. Ah, yes. That takes me back to 2016, and it might also be a bit of a taster of what AOI Europe might be, but here we go, track extending to Narnia and back. Somehow, no warning. No warning at all. Gotta love that consistency from Codemasters. I don't know, man. Like, just makes me wonder, like, what the hell they're thinking at that studio.
Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Eso. Eso. Había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada, metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y a ver solamente paellera.
Oh no, that makes me laugh way too much. I'll let you guys in on a secret. That video was made back in 2014, F1 2014, and it's still relevant today. That's how bad is that? Anyway, back to the task at hand. We've caught up to Joe again. He's caught up to an FAP Sweat Boy, and now the battle can continue. Fuel-wise, we're fine. Completely forgot about that. Battery-wise, we're now starting to run low. But penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. We might go for a dive on the inside. Why not? P7. I've done quite a few lunges today, and Well, that's just another one to add to the collection. As General Grievous would say, we've got quite the collection of penalties as well, it seems. And now Joe has decided to throw all the sandbags off the side of his car, dive bombing the FAP Sweat Boy. I'm sorry if you're part of FAP. But anyway, it's the last lap of the Grand Prix. Joe has turned up the wick. I've turned up the wick as well. It's full sweat mode, and now we find another contender entering the fray. It's Rayner in the Mercedes. He's decided to wait up for us as well. I think he was a long way up the road. We've now got Joe diving up the inside, or pretty much muscling us out of the way. It's another three-way affair. He gives the Mercedes a bit of a touch. I'm going around the outside of Joe. I'll have the inside for the next left-hander, right-hander, and that is P7 side by side, and we just come out on top there in the Spanish Grand Prix. Nearly forgot what race that was there. But there we go. That was the minimum fuel challenge. Not gonna lie, this was probably an easier track to get this job done. I wasn't sure how the balance was going to be at this one, to be honest. We could definitely make this a lot more brutal. Though in saying that, I did lose a lot of pace, saving a lot of fuel over the course of that one. It was interesting, though, to say the least. So, there we go. P7, I think it was. We did have a lot of penalties, and I think a lot of other people had penalties too. We had the stop-go, we spun out at turn 1, we had all of the dramas, and through all that, we still managed to come away with okay results. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. If you want me to try this challenge again, I will do so, but I will probably do it in a longer race format, so that I have even more fuel to make up for in a race. So it's going to be more brutal, and I might do it on a power track. If you want to see that, smash like. If this gets, I don't know, 2,000 likes, I will do it. But nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what other challenges you'd like to see on the channel, and I will attempt them when I have time. But until the next one, that's been the minimum fuel challenge. I'll see you next time.